Hi, everyone. This is EstaRa with a message for you. This is a reading for the week of January 15th, 2017. It has been a little while since I did my videos with weekly readings. So I'm going to try to get back on doing that. It's been a little hectic and crazy lately, lots of stuff happening. So I thought it would be best to kind of do a little brief message about what's been happening and then do the card reading for the week. It's funny. I just did this massive meditation for like a half hour with a group of amazing light workers. I love them dearly. And we do like a little we're doing a weekly meditation to stay in alignment with our heart and bring light to our planet, particularly to our country of the US, because a lot of turmoil. There's been a lot of like extremes, fear and love. So we're trying to bring us back into our heart center. And it really just like makes me feel alive. And it's 9:30 at night. I'm not awake at this hour typically. Well, I'm awake, but I'm usually not functioning. And considering I'm still having a little energy, I felt like let's do the reading tonight so I can get the video out. I wanted to just mention a couple things. So I have had yeah, it's really interesting. So my twin did reach out to me to thank me for my gift. I just want to give everybody a heads up. Um and I didn't respond like I normally would. So I just wrote a very simple response, and I know he reacted to that. I could feel his reaction of like, what's going on? Why isn't she responding like she normally does? Um that was interesting little tidbit of information for me. But it's really interesting times right now. So the full moon came in this last week. It was magnificent if you saw it. And a lot of energy, a lot of negativity was kicked up with this full moon. So I felt like a lot of people were like in emotion, anger, like all kinds of waves of stuff. And it's funny, I am really doing good staying in my center and not allowing all those waves to come in and really knock me off my center. I might have a couple moments of like, and then I breathe through it and then I recognize, wait, this is not mine. This doesn't belong to me. And then it just goes back to where it came from and it doesn't actually stay within my field and I'm able to stay in my center. So I, again, encourage all of you work on getting in your heart and staying there. If you need help, contact me. I'll be happy to assist you with that because it's not an easy task. We're in really tumultuous times on the planet right now. Lots of stuff is going on. And it's a lot of, negativity that's being spewed out from the earth, all the movement happening within the earth. So it's like kicking up stuff from the earth, but it's also kicking up stuff within us. And lots of light is coming on our planet. So what does light do? Light shines in dark places and it opens up and reveals things. So it's revealing things externally in the bigger I can't speak tonight. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of in the high vibe frequency, and when I get there, I can't talk. So if I don't speak English, I apologize. Um, the energy is like releasing stuff from you. So like not only in the global atmosphere, within whatever's happening, but also within your world too. And so best way to handle that is to recognize if it's yours and what it is to clear it. And clearing is so important because it leaves if you don't clear some of the old patterns, the old thought forms, other lower frequency things that are coming in that you may think you've gotten rid of, but all of a sudden somebody does something and it triggers you. If that stuff doesn't start to get cleared and you don't pay attention to it, then that leaves room for negative entities or energies to amplify it for you. And then it creates more havoc in your life. And then you can't go on further. So I just want to encourage you to clear as much as you can. So I, um, I hope that's helping to know that. The other part is there's lots of emotions going on. People are feeling everything, lots of ups and downs. And I have to tell you, there is so much darkness being revealed in every aspect of the world right now and every aspect of each person's life, but there's also a massive amount of light that's here that is bringing us up into a higher frequency and higher vibration if we choose that path. And it's like this uplift. One of the things that I'm noticing, I don't want the drama. I don't want to be in the drama. I'm actually looking at my life to see what is causing drama. If there's anything causing drama, I need to step away from it. And what's interesting, as a twin flame, I am totally in charge of what's going on inside of me. And I'm actually being kicked right now. And ask for clearing. Archangel Michael, please come in now. Place a dome of protection over me so that I can continue this video and not have to restart. Thank you. Wow, that was better. And I'm going to ask for the Pleiadian emissaries of light to place an interdimensional cone of light for clearing and divine alignment as I speak right now. Let's keep this internet connection going. I have to tell you the visuals that I'm getting. Oh, so because I just came off a meditation and I'm in this like a little bit of a high. Actually, if you can see, my energy got brighter just after clearing just now, and my throat's not choking. Um, I had this really cool visual of when I asked for some clearing. Archangel Michael came in, but it was like a higher dimensional me. Like I felt like uh Wonder Woman, the bracelets and the Shira kind of thing. Go away, the power, just like protecting and blocking all the stuff coming at me. So that's really wild image. I just feel the need to share that with you. So I hope you don't mind. Um, that's really cool. So um by the way, when you're in meditation with a group of people and you're talking to a group of people, I'm opening up to all that energy. So it allows things to come in, and it's not always light that's coming in. There's a lot of love that comes towards me, but there's a lot of not such loving things coming towards me. And so that's what was happening, kind of choking me. So I'm going to come back to what I was saying if I can remember. And I don't totally remember because, again, everything's kind of channeled and I'm definitely a little more, a little clearer. Um, please, it might be reiterating stuff, and I apologize. Please clear whatever you can because it will make it easier for you going forward. But also know there's love there for you. Know that it's there. Find your bliss every day. And, for me, the last few days, my bliss has been going outside. And it's freezing in Connecticut. It snowed like crazy last night. Not crazy, but it did because it took me a normal 45-minute ride, took me over 3 hours to get home. It was very icy and snowy. And then today I woke up, the sun is shining, it's all melted. And thank God I have to clean my car off because I didn't, do my normal thing to make sure I didn't have snow in my car. So I went for a little walk, and just that brings me the fresh air, the bliss of just being outside and having a sunny day. And that is like awesome to just experience that little bit of bliss each moment. So find whatever your bliss is for that day. And it might not be the same thing every day. You might have to choose something different. And that's totally okay and totally necessary sometimes. Do that. So I'm getting like very clear messages about this energy. So I posted on my Facebook. So if you don't see my little energy updates, I send out little energy updates on my Facebook, on my Soul Star Healing fan page. So that's in the link if you want to, I mean, in the links below, if you want, click on that and like it and subscribe so you can get those little updates because they come out periodically. I don't have like, oh, every day. I don't have one every other day. I don't have one every 2 weeks. It literally comes out whenever I get really guided and nudged to throw it out there to everybody in the social media world. There's also my energy blog. So if you go to my blog, that's inside the links as well. In there, there's an energy thoughts, and that energy thoughts is usually much more detailed and a lot more information. And those are, I want to say they used to be very consistent, but now they come when I'm getting really guided because I get information all the time, every single day. But going back to why I'm bringing this up. So I think it was Thursday or Friday, I posted something about energy was coming in. Hold on to your seatbelts. Change is coming, like big time energy is coming and it's going to rock your boat. I was getting that message. I was chatting with a friend who recently said to me, I feel this like I had this really weird energy coming in. And I said, well, I feel like it's diamond light. I feel like it's a diamond that I'm seeing and light is coming into you. And I said to her, I feel like it's not just you, but you're seeing what's coming and it's coming for all of us. And we both were like, ooh, it's interesting. We don't know what that meant. And then I listened to another channel who mentioned there is like a diamond kind of energy coming in, a formation of planets that are sending out a frequency to our planet that we're receiving that we've never felt before. And it really started coming in over the last day and a half. And so, what's interesting is that it's been coming in and it's part of the energy that I was feeling. It's going to push us forward over the next several years, but it's really intense, kicking up a lot more karma. But this time, it's going to be easier to move through it. So if you actually choose to clear it, it'll clear. If you choose to spend the time and do it, it'll happen. So it's like much more powerful and it feels like everything's coming fast and furious our way. So who knows like exactly what it all looks like, because let me tell you, we are in unprecedented times on this planet. So we had been in this planet like in a pattern of recreating the same things over and over, same patterns, same karmic distortions, right? So they've gotten our world's gotten very distorted in many ways, and so we're trying to bring that back into a balance, and we want to not stay in the distortion. So we've been through all of this for a long time, and we've been seeing kind of like, oh, this is how it's going to go. It's the same pattern, same thing over and over. Not anymore. And it hasn't been in several months now. We've been in the fifth dimensional energy, and we are in more of a master creator energy, but we don't really know it. I mean, some of us do, but many of us don't really recognize that. So we're still haphazardly creating, not understanding that. And I'm going to do a manifestation class next month, and my guys are giving me a date for it. So it's going to be February 4th. So pay attention. Watch out for that if you're interested in learning more about master manifestation. It's a combination of a few things that I've learned over the years, but also what I'm getting for how to do it in this new energy. So what I'm hearing is we are in this space of creating our new earth, our new reality. A lot of you heard this, a lot of you know this, so it's not new to a lot of you, but to some of you it might be. And since we're in this new space, we have the opportunity to make things happen that we didn't have an opportunity to do before. And I say make things happen, but I don't mean you can like say to your twin, "I'm making you come here this moment." But you can make the union more a reality by what you're doing and creating and how you're thinking. And creation is by thoughts and vibration and frequency. So we really have to pay attention to all those things. Again, clearing. I know you're sick of hearing that. Quite honestly, I am so sick of hearing about that, because for some of you, you've been on this journey for a short time. And I say short time, but to you it might be forever if it's like a year, 2 years, 3 years. Well, I've been on it almost 12. And the clearing energy that I have been doing before my twin started when I was a teenager. I think I was like 14 when I started really looking at um, Yeshua, Jesus, and understanding light. And I was 18 when I died, and I started having like, I didn't want to come back. And my guys were like, well, you need to come back. Like, you have things to do. So get back there, get back on the table. I was in the operating room, I died for a couple minutes. So from that point forward, I had been working on healing me. So the energy was so much slower, and the frequency of our planet was so much slower. So it took longer and longer to get things done and to move through them. So, like, picture a snail moving through molasses. What a horrible image, because if you think about it, that poor thing ain't going very far and ain't going anywhere very fast. That's kind of what it felt like. I was a snail moving through molasses, and I was getting stuck, you know. And then energy started moving a little bit faster, and I met my twin, and it kicked off a whole bunch of karma energy that I didn't realize existed, because before I met him, I was in love with me. I had fallen in love with me and thought, oh my God, I love me now, which is completely different energy than when I was in prior. So that happened, and that was what drew my twin to me and drew us to the connection of meeting. And then our journey to union began the first moment we separated. And that was back in, I don't know what year now, like 2006, 2007, around, yeah. So that being said, holy crap. So all this stuff has been happening. I've been clearing, but it was slow and slow and slow. And then 2011 came, and the energy started picking up faster. And it started going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And it keeps going faster. And my guides keep saying it's getting faster. And I'm like, yeah, no, I know that. I really recognize that. It was really funny. It was like today I was laughing because I saw the clock say 2 p.m. And I walked home from where I was, and I come back, and I'm like, I'm gonna just sit down on the bench for a few minutes and suck up the sun rays. I was covered from head to toe, mind you, in a heavy coat, scarf, and a little hair thing. I mean, a little ear thing to keep my ears warm. It was cold, but I was sitting in the sun, and I loved it, and I was catching the rays. And I called my dad and talked to him for a few minutes, and I hung up with him, and I was sitting there. I'm like, oh, it's really nice. And then I'm like, you know what? It's getting a little chilly. I should go in. I'm like, what is it, like 2:30 now? It was like 3. I was like, 3? How could that be? I was on the phone with him for maybe 15, 20 minutes. So it was like this weird, holy crap realization of like, oh my God, it's really going fast. So whatever you have to move through, as scary as it is, and I promise you it is scary, and I promise you it's not going to be like completely easy, But whatever you have to move through, do it because it is going to go like that. It's not going to take as long as it used to. It's going to move rapidly. So yay for that. Yuck that we still have to clear and transmute things. But yay, it's going to work really fast and it's going to bring us in that much more alignment with our twin. And what we're doing for us is happening to them. So please recognize that your beloved is also having it happen for them as well. And I'm like in this really crazy high right now. I have all this like love energy running through my body and I'm loving it. So let's do the cards for this week and see what we've got going on. Oh wait, any last things my guys want to say? Because I feel them around. Just remember to love. That's what they're saying. Remember to love. Oh, okay. So remember to love in every moment that you don't want to. Oh, that's making me sad. So, we get hurt, we feel crappy. We get disappointed by our twin. Something happens and we get disappointed. So we don't want to, like, we're angry, we're frustrated. And I don't know about you, but like in the last several months, I send love to this man all the time, and I'm always thinking highly of him. I love him dearly. But there are times that I get very frustrated and disappointed by his behavior and his actions. Like he goes and does these amazing things, and then he does these horrible things. Well, at least perceived horrible things. And so when that happens, you know, I end up feeling crappy, but that's my stuff. And I know that and I recognize that. But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt in some way, shape, or form. And it doesn't mean that I don't have a right to feel it. I do, of course. But I get sometimes angry. But the last few months, I've been getting angry, kind of like, oh my God, I don't want to wait for this anymore. I want to have the life that I keep seeing. So if you're not going to come and ask anybody who wants to come in to come in, I'm going to ask my guides to bring who else should be here. And I get frustrated and I'm sure he feels it and senses it. I know he does. And I have to remember to love. And my guides are just reminding me, and I just dropped the cards. Um, so my guides are like just saying to me, remember to love, but that's to all of you as well. So when you get hurt and upset, remember to love. Remember to love you, nurture you, and then love them. Okay, so let's see what we got. All right, so let's ask Spirit to show us the divine feminine. The divine feminine card for the week is Child of Crystals. I'll show that to you in just a moment. So it's like Huckleberry Finn sitting by the lake bank fishing. And, you know, I- it's really kind of cool. So, what I'm seeing is this. Here, let me show you the card first. And it's a little bit of a glare because the way the light is hitting, it's evening. Hope you can see that. So, when I'm looking at this card, I get drawn to a couple things. The ripple in the water, which is over here. And again, I really need to figure out this computer thing. So, the glare is right there, but that's also the ripple. Hopefully, you can see it. Oh, that's better. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. That's better. So the ripple, and then I get the look on his face where Huckleberry Finn looks happy. And it's really funny. I'm seeing in the background the bird flying, and it makes me happy to see the bird flying. So when I look at it, I'm going to jump to what's jumping in my mind right now. So right now, I'm actually seeing the bird flying that jumped out really quick. To me, that's a sense of freedom. That's a sense of new energy moving in. That's what I feel with that. When I see Huck over here with this little grin on his face, I feel like he's manifesting, he's imagining, he's sending his energy towards what it is he wants. And as he does that, ooh, that's a whole energy of manifestation, my guides are telling me. As he does this, Huckleberry Finn, you see this ripple where the water is and it's like rippling out. And you know how like when you throw a pebble in the water, it just ripples and ripples and ripples and ripples and ripples. That's what's happening. And I feel like the manifestation energy, if he keeps focusing and bringing his energy there without allowing the doubt to penetrate it, it's not stopping the ripple effect. Because if you throw the ripple, the pebble in and it ripples out, but then you throw another pebble, it changes the ripple direction or it stops it and opens up another way. And it's kind of like how manifestation works. If you think about it, when you are sending something out to the universe to create it, the universe will be so happy to help you. But then you get upset and you change the vibrational energy and you send something else out, and then the universe is like, I'll be happy to help you with that, and it puts that other one aside so it doesn't stay focused. So I feel like, Huck Finn over here, he's focused, and he is like bringing his energy into that water and saying, this is what I want, and he's sending it out, and it's rippling out. And that, I believe, is like the divine feminine using her gifts and her powers of manifestation to create her future union and her reality. So this week, I feel like capture the energy of creation. Really important. I feel like we're in the energy of creation, even though we're in the energy of clearing, we're also in the energy of creation. So bringing your focus to what it is you want, and then you'll see things surface that need to be cleared. Clear them, come back to what it is you want, but be really conscious, is what I'm hearing for your creation. Okay, so let's look at the divine masculine card. Okay, the card that represents the divine masculine in union. And again, it's the Guide of Swords. I'm going to show it to you. But again, I've not said this in a while, but when I say divine feminine, I mean the person who's expressing divine feminine energy. And when I say the divine masculine, it's who's expressing and carrying the divine masculine in the relationship and in that union. And it could be male or female. There's no gender associated with that. Just so you know, it's actually more about the how they're expressing energy. Okay, so the divine masculine card is the Guide of Swords. So let me look at this and what I see. I feel like I'll show the card to you in a moment. It looks like to me that the divine masculine is ready. He's ready to step his foot down. Now, here's funny. I've seen this card many, many times, and I never noticed this before. But he's got one foot on the road and one foot in the grass, and he's ready to take a step. And I feel like he's getting ready to take a step. Oh my God, I'm tingling from head to toe. I love it. So let me show you the card so you can see what I'm talking about. Best angle is right here. So if you can see his foot right there, it's like he's stepping forward. But he's hesitating. So when I look at the card, if you notice, he wants to step onto the road, and my guess is he's going to go towards something, but he's hesitating. He's looking back as if to say, is this really where I want to go? Is this what I want to do? And it feels like really appropriate because I think the divine masculine has been pummeled with awakening energy for a really long time now, particularly in the last year. So when I look at that, sorry if you hear my phone ringing in the background. If I look at that, to me, it means that the divine masculine, he's just going through so much around him and feeling so much within him and getting all this information, but doesn't really know what to do with it necessarily. And I feel like he's getting ready to take a step, but he's not totally sure yet. It's almost like, should I take a peek out there and see what's going on? That's what I feel is happening. So it's like testing the waters, like putting your foot in the water and seeing if it's hot or cold. If you live in the Connecticut shoreline like I do, you always want to test the water in the summer, early summer, spring to see if your foot is going to freeze. Because sometimes it's too cold still. I feel like that's what the divine masculine is doing. He's getting ready to test the waters, or he is testing the waters, depending on where he is on his particular journey. Okay, so now let's look at the divine union card and see what that has to be. It is, ooh, the Nine of Crystals. Oh, I really like it. I really feel immediately what comes to me, I'll show you the card in a moment, is like a completion cycle, a completion of something. Um, what is jumping out at me? Oh, it's the light. So when I look at this, let me show you the card. Oh, this way. When I look at this card, what I literally get drawn to is the light, the candles on the tree. And I heard it's a completion of a cycle. Like something is completing for both of you, both of the twins. And when I look at the candles lit, I feel like there's a path. There's a light. It's lit. So it's almost like completing some of the past pain, maybe past suffering, um, past insecurities and fears. I'm looking at the card to see if anything else is jumping out at me particularly. Honestly, I just feel this completion and our path is lit. So it's like the path to union is lit. So I feel like for both twins, both parts of the divine couple, they're both being guided very easily and clearly and smoothly forward if they're paying attention to the signs. And I guess there's tons of signs. My guides are showing me there's tons of signs. They're showing me, like, as if I'm driving my car and I'm seeing billboards like, look here, over here, right now. It's time. Pay attention. Do this, do that. I'm seeing all these signs. So it's like I'm so multidimensional right now. I'm seeing all kinds of crazy things, good things though. And I feel like the path is really lit. So it's funny. It's a tree, and it's supposed to be like the lights on a tree. Oh my God, bad again. I'm bad with this little thing. Um, I really am tired though too. I'm all of a sudden it's hitting me. It's past my bedtime. It's the time that I usually get ready for bed. Um, I am seeing the lights as if it's a pathway. I don't see it as the tree being lit up. I actually see the lights um, defining a path ahead. And I feel like because this represents the twins' union, the relationship union, the coming together, I feel like the path is lit. And if you look at that, there's no darkness. Everyone, it's like nighttime. So outside of the union, you can see back here outside, it's dark, it's night. But the truth is, inside, everything's lit up. Everything is lined up and lining up, and there's so much light. You got the fire going. It's like this place doesn't have electricity, but it's so bright. It's so lit up. So to me, everything is so bright right now for the twin flame union and for the couples to come together. So it feels really positive and really good. So those are the cards for the week, and I will be back again at some point. For those of you who've been participating in the energy body upgrades, I am doing them again. Um, we had the light infusion earlier this month, which was really powerful. So going forward, there'll be a monthly light infusion and a monthly energy body upgrade. The energy body upgrade typically acts as a clearing mechanism to clear out and help you raise up to another frequency. And the light infusion is just to, like, fulfill your energy, fill your entire being with massive amounts of light, whatever you can embody at the time. And that will also help you raise in frequency and vibration. But if you have blocks and stuff that you know of or that you want to release, I feel like the energy body upgrades might be the way to go. Also, I usually write up new information each year about what the upgrades are going to be about, and I'm actually in the process of doing that right now. So that might be of help to you. And I think that's all I'm going to say and stop rambling for the evening. I wish you all well, many blessings. It is the 15th of January, and this is probably going out this evening for some of you. You won't see it till the morning. So good night to all of you, and good morning to others. And namaste. So much love and happiness for a blessed union. And so it shall be.